Hey everyone, welcome to part 11 of this trophy and achievement guide for Final Fantasy VIII Remastered. Thank you all for coming along on this journey with me, and a special thank you to all of the channel members who helped to support the channel. I really appreciate it. And now without further ado, let's dive right into it. Picking up where we left off last time, let's go inside Balamb Garden and then run through the main gates for a scene. Find the headmaster. What's going on? Are they evacuating? Seize him! Kill him if you have to! Go! What? Let's go over to the nearby draw point to get some free cure magic. If someone's name has that little square next to it, it means that they're currently junctioned with that magic, and so you should probably put it on them if possible. And before we move on, let's find the person who has Quetzalcoatl junctioned onto them, and we're going to give that person the card ability that will allow us to avoid getting more experience than what's necessary going through the next part. Also in the last part, we got the missile item from mugging one of the enemies, and if you use that on Quistis, you will learn the ability Micro Missiles. That's one of her limit breaks and the blue magics that she has available to her, so make sure that you use that missile on Quistis to learn Micro Missiles. As we run through the Balamb Garden area, we're going to get into many fights against enemies here. If you happen to have Encounter Half or Encounter None, you're able to avoid a lot of these fights. Luckily, most of them we can just run away from, and we're going to do that to avoid getting more experience than necessary. Now let's continue to run away from the screen so that we can go into the main part of Balamb Garden. Let's keep going forward into the new area so that we can get another cutscene. What's going on? You three, which side are you on? Huh? Answer the question. Are you with the Garden Master or are you with Sid? I don't understand what you're talking about. Do you swear your allegiance to Garden Master NORG? We're going to say, I don't get it. Can you tell me what's going on? I'm the one asking the questions. You're just supposed to follow orders. Hey, what kind of attitude is that? You're with Sid, aren't you? All of these faculty members have the ability to summon in monsters to fight with us. The Garden faculty member is going to leave the battle and will only have to fight the monsters there. Unfortunately, we can't run away, but because we have Quistis in low health and she has Micro Missiles, we're able to use her limit break to remove half of the enemy's health, and then we can follow that up by having Zal use the card ability, and then we'll be able to card the enemy, not get the experience, but still get the AP for it, and we'll be able to win pretty easily. Most of these battles that we have to fight against the Garden faculty members and the monsters that they spawn in are going to be very easy, so it's quite easy to just hit them with one Micro Missile and then card them after that. It works very nicely. Well, let's just go ahead and speed up the rest of this fight as we hit this enemy with a Micro Missile and then card it to win. We also get a pretty good look at Squall's ultimate weapon, the Lionheart, and although we don't get to use it very much in this section, it's very powerful against the bosses that we'll have to fight soon. Now let's keep running straight ahead to go into Balamb Garden. Before going through the front gate, talk to the student sitting on the ground over here. Hey Squall, the garden is in chaos. The monsters from the training center are everywhere. The members of the Garden Master's faction set them free. Watch your back, man. And we'll talk to him again, and he's going to give us a free Mega Potion. And now we'll go through the front gate and exit out the top right corner of the screen. Keep going forward, and you'll talk to Raijin and Fujin. Hey, you're back! What's going on here? I don't know, at first they were saying something about rounding up the seeds, you know? Now everyone's either siding with the Garden Master or the Headmaster and fighting everywhere, you know? Disturbing. Disappointing for the disciplinary committee, all our work for nothing, you know? Why are seeds being targeted? And where's the Headmaster? Is he safe? We got no clue. We need to see him right away. It's important. Galbadian missiles may be heading this way. What? We gotta get out of here. Ouch! Geez, alright. We'll warn everyone about the missile. Man, this is no time to be fighting, you know? We'll go look for the headmaster. Caution! Yeah, the fighting is intense everywhere. And watch out for those garden goons, you know? Yo, guys. Are you with the headmaster or the garden master? Hey, just like Fujin said, you know? We're with Seifer. Always have, always will. Seifer. He sided with the sorceress. You guys alright with that? The first thing that we have to do is to go around Garden and defeat all of the Garden faculty members that summon in monsters to fight us. And we know that there's one way at the entrance to the Balam Garden, so let's make our way all the way back to the entrance. And here he is, so let's run over and talk to him. Another one of Sid's followers, prepare to die. This garden faculty member is going to spawn in a couple bomb enemies. They're very easy. We encountered these the first time way back in the fire cavern. Once again, we're going to use that micro missile ability and then card the enemies so that we can defeat them without actually getting any experience. Now that this garden faculty member has been defeated, we're going to head all the way back inside Balam Garden. Just run back through all those familiar screens until we're back by where we met with Raijin and Fujin just a moment ago. Now we have to go around the garden into each of the different areas and to fight a garden faculty member. So let's start by going toward the left. And then we're going to go into the first path on our left, and that will take us into the infirmary area. We'll run forward for a scene. Looks like Sid has some decent pawns. This is getting nowhere. Call the monsters. We'll choose to help them. Let's get in there. And once again, we have a fight against a garden faculty member, but this one's a little bit different because instead of sending in a normal monster, he sends in a boss monster that we fought back in the training area. This Grinaldo is still susceptible to micro missiles, so we'll begin by using that. But the difference is that because this is technically a boss monster, we are not able to use the card command on it, so we can't get out of this one as easily, but that's okay. We can just use Squall's normal attack to finish him off pretty easily. So let's just have Squall attack with his new Lionheart weapon, and you'll see we do more than enough damage to finish him off. Because we had to kill the monster instead of turning it into a card, we do get some experience, and that was enough for Squall to get up to level 11. That's fine though, gaining a few levels isn't so bad, and it actually can help us to get a higher seed rank later on. Oh my! Can you stand up? Why are you helping me? I'm with the Garden Master. Stop being ridiculous. I don't care whose side you're on. We need to take care of those wounds now, you hear? Squall, don't just stand there. Give me a hand. What is all this faction mumbo-jumbo? It's ridiculous. You're looking for Sid? As you can see, he's not here. Do you have any idea? Zhu might know. I have no idea where she is, though. Why are you looking for him anyway? I need to inform him that there may be missiles heading this way. You should get out of here too. Are you serious? Then I'm definitely gonna have to stay. If anybody gets hurt, who's gonna look after them? Now before you leave, you want to talk to Dr. Kawaki again. Squall, take this. You'll probably need it. Received elixir. Alright, now we can go ahead and leave out the door on the right side. And then we're going to keep going over toward the right to go back to the main circular hallway. And then we're going to keep going up toward the top of the screen so that we can go over into the next area that will lead us into the quad, and we're going to find another garden faculty member in this area. Now let's start making our way down all the steps until we get toward the bottom, and then a scene will automatically begin. We need reinforcements! So a garden faculty member starts to run out of here. You definitely want to chase him down and then talk to him to get into a fight. Ideally, you want to intercept him while he's still at the bottom of the stairs so that you don't have to run all the way up there just to chase him down. This is another very easy fight where he brings in two very weak enemies. Once again, we're going to micro missile and card to get rid of the enemies. Let's keep heading back down all those stairs and then exit out the bottom left corner of the screen to go to the back area of the quad. Run forward until you get another scene. Who's there? Whose side are you on? Say, I'm with the headmaster's faction. I'm with the headmaster. That's what I thought. Who's this garden master anyway? Now let's go talk to the male student in the back. Here, take this. Received X potion. And now we want to run back through the quad until we get back to that main circular hallway where we're going to keep going around into the next area. Now that we're back in the circular hallway, we're going to go out toward the top of the screen and go into a new area. If we take the first path that we come to, we're going to go into the cafeteria area. So let's run this way and then all the way down the hallway to get into a fight with another garden faculty member. As you may have guessed, this is going to be yet another very easy fight against just one enemy. It's a bomb, and we can take him out with the same strategy, hit him with micro missiles, and then turn him into a card. Keep going straight ahead to enter the cafeteria and get a new scene. Thanks for the backup. If you're looking for the headmaster, he isn't here. We've gathered here to make them believe he's in here. If they attacked us all at once, there's no way we could hold them off, even if we are seeds. The others are doing the same thing in other areas. Essentially, we're cutting them off. Brilliant, huh? It wasn't our idea, though. Who came up with it? Zhu. She took charge immediately when this whole thing began. Now let's go talk to the girl in the back on the right side. Do you guys want some hot dogs? Yeah! Hey, give them some of those leftover hot dogs. Oh, we already finished them. Oh, really? Oh well, sorry. And we'll talk to her again. Here, you can have this. Received Gasol greens. We can use the nearby draw point to get some free demi magic, so draw it with one of your characters, and then we're going to leave out the bottom of the screen. Keep going down toward the bottom of the screen to get back out into the circular hallway. Now let's start making our way over toward the right-hand side. The first path that we come to brings us to the dormitories. There's no garden faculty members there though, but you can go up and save the game if you want to inside the dorm room. But otherwise, move over toward the right-hand side and go through this yellow pathway. And this is going to take us into the parking area. Let's go straight ahead and talk to the garden faculty member. He's going to challenge us to a battle, and then we will have to fight an actual tough enemy this time. This time it is a Grendel. Luckily for us, we have experience fighting Grendels, so we know what to expect, and this time we have micro missiles to help us out. So once again, we're going to have Quistis go ahead and take away half of its health with micro missiles. If you want to attack with Squall, that's fine, especially if you've junctioned sleep magic onto your weapon with the status attack junction. You're able to maybe put him to sleep and make that a little bit easier. But overall, the strategy is still the same: micro missiles and card to get rid of him. Alright, that wasn't so bad. We're going to collect our rewards and then keep going. Let's keep going forward down the hall to go into a new area, and then there'll be a cutscene here. Sir. What the? It was just a hologram. Pretty cool, huh? Let's go talk to the student on the left, and he's going to give us a free item. This time it's a tent. And now we'll make our way back over toward the left so that we can run through the hallway and go back out into the circular hallway. Let's keep going over toward the bottom right corner, and then we're going to transition into a different area. And now we want to go through the first path that we come to. It's the green path that leads us into the training center. Make sure that you're prepared, because the next fight that we come across is potentially going to be much tougher than the other ones. Over here, she's one of the headmaster's seeds. The junior classmen are with her. Don't let them escape. Let's follow them forward to get another scene. Oh shoot, I'm sorry. I'm gonna fight too. Hahaha, this should be interesting. Ugh! I'm not training every day for nothing, come on. Why, you little. Choose to help them. You'll have to get past me first. Another one of Sid's followers, die. And we've got another fight against the faculty member, but this time he's going to spawn in a T-Rexar, which is potentially pretty deadly for us. T-Rexars not only hit hard, but they can hit all three of our party members at the same time. Luckily for us, it is still susceptible to micro missiles and carding, which means that we can get through this fight pretty easily with a little bit of luck. If you don't mind gaining experience, you can just have Quistis use her Degenerator limit break, and that will kill it instantly. Interestingly, I got the rare card drop, the Shumi Tribe card, when I carded this T-Rexar. At the conclusion of the battle, I didn't gain any experience, but I did get 10 AP, and that was enough for some of my Guardian Forces to learn new abilities. After the fight, talk to the older student who is guarding the other two. Thanks, Squall. Here, I hope this helps. Received remedy. Also, when your Guardian Forces learn new abilities, it's always a good practice to go into the GF menu and then teach them a new thing to work on. In this case, Siren will start learning Status Defense Junction 2, and we're then going to have Carbuncle start learning Magic Junction. Don't worry if your Guardian Forces don't learn all the same skills as mine at the same times. That's totally okay. I will point out when it's necessary to have certain abilities learned or to start learning them, but for the most part, it really doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and leave the training facility, and we're going to exit back out into the main hallway. Then we're going to keep going around the circle toward the right, and we want to take the blue hallway toward the right side of the screen, and that's going to take us into the library. What's taking so long? Hurry up! Another one of Sid's followers? Die! This is probably the easiest of all of the garden faculty members because he only brings in one Grat enemy, and we can take this out very simply by just using micro missiles and card and then moving on. Keep going over to the right to go into the library itself, and then continue going forward and talk to the girl in the back. Hello, if you would like, if you don't mind, please use this. Thanks a lot. Received Mega Phoenix. We only get this very good item if Zell is in the party because this girl has a crush on Zell. So kind of interesting that if you bring him along, you get a better reward, which is why we chose him to go here instead of to the missile base in the last episode. Once you leave the library, head left to complete the loop around the Balam Garden, and you'll be back by the elevators. Zhu! Let's follow Zhu up and into the elevator, and we want to go up to the second floor. She went up. After leaving the elevator, continue along the path toward the left. Continue to run away from our perspective, and you're going to go to the back corner of this hallway. Just run past the classroom all the way to the back, and that's where you'll find Zhu. Whose side are you on? Neither. We have urgent news. We need to see the headmaster now. Where is he? Just trust us, Zhu. There's no more time to waste. Okay. I'm listening. Galbadian missiles may be heading this way. Here? Alright, I'll inform him right away. Where is he? In his office. We made it look like he's hiding, but he's been there all along. Follow me. Well, we're going to follow her back over to the elevator, and then we're going to take that up to the third floor. He's waiting for you. I'll go tell everyone to evacuate. Sir. Zhu has told me about the missiles. The intercom is down, so we can't announce the order to evacuate. Zhu, Raijin, and Fujin are taking care of that. I want you to assist them and then evacuate. What's on your mind? But I have a lot to report. You can tell me later. You might be dead later. Do you have a problem with that? Yeah, what are you going to do? Sir, what are you going to do? I'm going to stay here and see this to the end. After all, this place is like my home. You're planning on dying here? Sir! You can rest assured, I'm just going to try something. There still may be a way to save the garden. Against missiles? How? I'm too old for this. Sir, I'd like to handle whatever it is you're planning. And why is that? I don't know, because you might screw up. Because I want to do more than announce the evacuation. Because this place is important to me too. Because I want to find out your plan. Because this is my home. I have too many reasons. I don't know why. Who cares? My feelings have nothing to do with it, sir. Quistis was right. You do have a hard time expressing your feelings. Why bother? And what is this? Why am I being judged? Sir, please tell us your plan. This building used to be a shelter long before it was remodeled into the garden as we know it. Use that key to open the lock on the elevator. Opening the lock will give you access to the MD level. Rumor has it that further below the MD level, there's some kind of control system. It was used when this place was still a shelter, so I've never seen it. And I have no idea what it does. All I know is that it was used for the shelter, so it might prove effective against the missiles. That's what I'm betting on. Sounds pretty far-fetched, but I guess it's better than doing nothing. I understand. We'll find the control system and check it out. Good luck to all of you. Let's leave the headmaster's office and then return to the elevator. When the elevator gets stuck, talk to both of your party members. What? I don't know what to do. Look, there definitely has to be a way out. And now we can use the elevator control panel. It's not responding. And then we can open up the hatch right behind us. All right. Nobody's been here for a while, so be careful. We'll then proceed all the way down the ladder. Once again, and keep going down the ladder until you get all the way to the bottom. If you run toward us, you'll get to the end of the pathway, and there's going to be a hatch with a handle on it. Let's go ahead and use that. An oil stratum. Watch for enemies weak against fire around here. If you junction fire elemental magic, battles should be much easier. Now the game basically re-explains something that it explained a long time ago. If we junction elemental magic onto our elemental attack, we're going to be able to do additional damage, especially if the enemy is weak to that element. Many of the enemies around here, including the next boss, are going to be weak to fire damage, so if you happen to link fire to your elemental attack, then you're going to be able to do additional damage. However, because the enemies around here are so weak, and because we are also very strong, we're not going to have to worry about that too much. I also really don't have much fire magic available to me, so it doesn't really matter at all. However, if you happen to have more fire magic available to you, I would recommend putting it onto one of your characters who has the elemental attack junction ability. Well, whether you choose to do that or not, then we can proceed on from here. Let's keep going down the path to the right. And then we're going to run over to this ladder and then take it down. We'll go to the bottom of the ladder, and then we can exit out the bottom left corner of the screen. there's going to be a large valve handle in front of us, and this is actually a bit of a mini game where we have to try with all of our might to turn this thing. So let's interact with it, and we'll see that in order to get it to spin, we need to press square repeatedly for 10 seconds. No matter how fast you press square, it doesn't matter because Squall is unable to do this by himself. As soon as he fails this, then Zell is going to come in and try to spin it with us, and now with 2 people, it is possible to do it. So let's go ahead and mash square as hard as we can for 10 seconds, and if we do it enough, then we will be able to open up the gate. However, if we fail here as well, then Quistis will come and join us as well, and then we're going to be able to get it pretty easily. Just keep mashing square, and then the gate will open up. Now we're going to go back through the door that we came in originally, and then we're going to be back out into the circular room. We're going to go over to the ladder in the top left corner, and then we're going to use the ladder and climb all the way down. Once we get down to the bottom, we want to proceed over toward the right-hand side. There's a long path and some more stairs that we can take. Let's get all the way to the bottom. And there's going to be a draw point over on the right-hand side. Let's go ahead and use that. This draw point contains the very powerful full life magic, so be sure to draw it and stock it into one of your characters, and then go over toward the left side of the screen before circling around. A dead end. Man, another ladder. I wonder where it's connected to. Oh, over there. Make a decision, Squall. I have to decide. We'll choose, I'll go check it out. I'll go take a look. You two wait here. And now we're going to climb up the ladder. Keep going up the ladder, and then it's going to break off of the wall, and we're going to fall over toward the left. After smashing through the glass, we can head over toward the right side and use the control panel. The control panel opened up a section of floor in the lower level, and now we can go back and use that same ladder as before to climb down. Squall, that was close. You alright? Yeah. I didn't think you were going to make it this time. Didn't you think so? Yeah. Yeah, but this is no time to be relieved. The missiles might be on their way. And now we can head over where the flashing green light is, and we can interact with this section of the wall. And yet again, there's another ladder here, so let's go ahead and use it to climb down. Once we get to the bottom of the ladder, there's going to be a save point here. Let's go ahead and save the game, and then we want to use the lever just to the right of the save point. And now we're going to continue along the path toward the door that we just opened up. We're put into a fight against two enemies called the Oil Boils, and these guys are weak to fire magic, so if you've got fire attacks, go ahead and use them, but these guys are super weak. We can just go ahead and use any limit breaks that we have available to us. Unfortunately, we can't get to Generator to work to instantly kill them with Quistis. However, if you just want to use something like Ultra Waves, it will hit both enemies. Zal can do lots of damage with his dual limit break, and then we can of course have Squall use Renzokuken to do lots of damage. And if you get a good finisher like Blasting Zone, you should be able to kill both enemies very quickly, perhaps even before they have a chance to attack. Yeah, Squall's new Lionheart weapon works very well, and that's not even his strongest limit break finisher either. Let's go ahead and wrap up this fight, and then we're going to get all of our rewards. We don't get any experience because it was a boss fight, but we do get 20 AP, and that may be enough for another Guardian Force to learn an ability. We have to hurry. They might be coming any minute now. Before we move on, we're going to open up our menu and go down to GF because Brothers just learned Spirit Junction. We want to start teaching Brothers a different ability. In this case, we're going to go with Elemental Attack Junction. Let's close out of the menu and then continue heading over toward the right side to go through the door that we just opened up with that lever a few moments ago. Now let's head around the catwalk to the left and then use the ladder to go down. Now let's head over toward the left. Looks like we're here. Oh man, what do we do now? Now let's keep going forward toward the large machine. How am I supposed to know? Even the headmaster doesn't know. Let's go forward and we're going to interact with this machine a couple times. There's not a lot that we can do with it, so just kind of helplessly try to interact with it until the scene moves on. What the heck are you doing? And now we'll interact with it one more time. What the heck are you doing? I don't know. What else can I do? They're coming! Missiles incoming! We're moving? I see. So this is the secret. I wonder what is going on outside. Squall, let's go check it out. Squall, let's go see. And we'll use the elevator to go back down. We'll continue forward, and then we're going to get back in the elevator, and it will automatically take us down to the second floor. Let's go over toward the left side. And then we're going to run away from our perspective so that we can get into the back corner of the hallway where we found Zhu earlier. And then we want to go through the door with the red light on it at the end of the hallway. Let's take a few steps forward, and then the screen will transition and give us a little scene. Let's go back inside to get to the second floor hallway, and then we're going to run toward our perspective again. Squall! It's the headmaster! Get back to the bridge on the double! Squall, the controls aren't responding. I don't know what to do. We're going to crash into the town of Balam if we don't do something. We have to do something fast. Man, this can't be happening. Squall, can you think of anything? No. Squall, come on! Squall! How should I know? Whoa, what was that? Yes, we're turning! Squall, you did it! Ah, we're gonna crash into the sea! Everybody, hold on to something. Whew, Squall, everyone, a job well done. I think the worst is behind us for now. Where are we heading? We'll drift along for the time being until we figure out how to maneuver the garden. So it looks like we can finally relax for a while. And spend some time considering what to do next. So much for my room. Where am I going to change now? How long has it been since we started moving? There's not much more to do now. We've taken care of all the monsters in the garden. Oh yeah, I still have to report to the headmaster. There's a lot of things I want to ask about too. He's probably still busy trying to reestablish order in the garden. We're in the middle of nowhere. Man, I'm bored. I hate having nothing to do. It gets me thinking too much. I hope Selfie and the others are alright. Was it wrong for me to let them go? I wonder how Renoa and Irvine felt about it. That sorceress, who is she? Why fire missiles at the garden? Is Seifer ever coming back? I'll get even with him next time. I fell asleep again. Garden Master NORG. Who is he? I've never met this NORG. Is there going to be another conflict in the garden? Conveniently, there's a save point right here. Let's go ahead and use it. And now we can leave our dorm room. We're now back out in the circular hallway. Let's start working our way around toward the left-hand side. And then we're going to keep coming around the circle until we get back in front of the elevators. And at that point, a scene will automatically begin. Student ID 41269, Squall? Yes. The Garden Master wishes to see you. Report to the Master's room right away. Where is the Master's room? Take the elevator to level B1. You have permission. Before we do that, we're going to start a little side quest here. There's going to be one male walking around in this area, and if you talk to him, then he's going to let you in on a little secret. He's actually a member of the CC group, and his name is Jack. If we can defeat all of the members of the CC group in Triple Triad, we're going to get a trophy. And we can do the first one right now. So let's go ahead and challenge Jack to a game of Triple Triad. He's not very difficult, so we can definitely beat him with our good cards. And once that's done, we're going to accept all of our rewards, and we're going to move on. We have to defeat all the members of the CC group, and we have to do it in order. That's going to come later on. Jack doesn't tell us exactly who or where the other members of the CC group are, but they're scattered around Balam Garden. There are 6 additional players we now have to defeat. There's the King, the Knight, the Prince, the Princess, the Queen, and the Joker. The main requirement to challenging these players is you have to beat the CC group member just below them in rank, and typically you have to defeat about 15 different opponents or so just to prove that you're really worthy. We've definitely already completed the 15 or so games, so we're good to go, and we'll be completing the rest of the CC group in order a little later on. Now we're going to go into the elevator, and we're going to automatically go down to B1. Please, listen to me! The headmaster's here? What are you guys doing down here? What? Oh, me? I came down because I saw you guys. Let go of me! I'm not finished! Greedy son of a gun, why did I even bother talking to you? Seeds were brought up for the future, and that future is now. Why can't you understand? I should have never trusted you. I wish I could go back 10 or so years to tell myself that you're nothing but a money-grubbing son of a gun. Then I would have never built this place. Squall? You heard everything? Yes. I'm embarrassed, but sometimes even old men like me lose their temper. Let's get out of here. Oh. Sir, I still have to give you my report. Please come to my office later. You're the seeds who returned from Galbadia, correct? Yes. It's about time. Master NORG has been waiting for you. Come. Whenever Master NORG calls you, be sure to be there within 3 seconds.
Fushuru, 3 seconds are up.
This is the Garden Master, the proprietor of Garden. He's not human. Come to think of it, we didn't know anything about him. What a shock.
Fushuru, give your report on the sorceress.
Now where do I start? Answer him quickly. Be concise. It's going to be a sad report. We failed to assassinate Sorcerer Sadia. Confirmation of Headmaster Sid's order was made at Galbadia Garden. After Irvine Caneus of Galbadia Garden joined our party, we set off to carry out the Sorceress assassination order from Balam and Galbadia Gardens.
Fushuru, Balam and Galbadia's orders. Fushuru, you were fooled.
Fooled? I don't understand.
Fushuru, explain to them.
Master NORG has known about the alliance between the President of Galbadia and the Sorceress. He heard it from the Galbadia Garden Master himself. The Galbadia Garden Master?
Fushuru, the Master of Galbadia Garden is a subordinate of mine named Martine.
Yes, in fact, the Sorceress and Garden are closely connected. That is why the Sorceress will definitely try to gain hold of all gardens. So, Master NORG sent an official order to Galbadia Garden. It was to kill the Sorceress, and assassination was thought to be the best means. But
that sly weasel Martine used you as a last resort for the assassination. He gave that order to place the blame on me. That jerk.
are you saying that Balam Garden had nothing to do with that order? You just happened to show up just before the mission was to be carried out. They used you. But the operation failed. The sorceress is still alive, and the sorceress retaliated, just as we suspected. No doubt it was the sorceress who ordered the missile attacks. Something must be done to calm the sorceress's anger. Wait a minute, that's just... In order to do so, we needed to hand over those involved in the assassination to the sorceress. We had to show Balam Garden's sincerity.
Offer the seed's head on a silver platter and pretend we obey the sorceress.
What? Why aren't we fighting the sorceress? What about all the training we endure every day? What good is it?
What did you say? You lost to the sorceress. Quit your whining.
Headmaster Sid was saying the same thing. Hey.
Sid? That idiot Sid dispatched Seed to kill the sorceress. And if you fail, this garden will be done for. My garden. It will all be over. That idiot Sid. Has he forgotten that it was I who put up the money to establish garden? I wanted to offer the sorceress Sid's head along with seeds. I ordered the students to find Sid, but they sided with him. Murderer! Murderer! This is my garden!
No! It's not just yours.
Murderer! Then what is it? Is it Sid's and Adia's, that pathetic married couples?
What? The headmaster and Adia are married? I don't get it.
Now I understand. Sid and Adia are trying to take Garden away from me. You're one of Sid's followers, aren't you? Prepare to die.
Yo, Squall, watch it! We're now put into another boss fight, this time against Garden Master NORG, and he actually tells us his game plan for how he's going to attack.
Blue, yellow, red. Lots of magic when red. As long as color stays, I will attack Seed with magic.
Basically, the blue circles are going to turn yellow, and then they're going to turn red. However, we can attack those circles and we can revert them to the previous color. We never want them to get to the red color. Also, Garden Master NORG is safe inside of his pod. If we attack the pod and do 2,000 damage to it, then the pod will open up and we begin what's technically phase 2 of the fight. Once the pod opens, then Garden Master NORG will be exposed, and he will stay exposed for the remainder of the fight. The first thing you should do is use the draw command on NORG and then target Leviathan to stock it. That will give us a new Guardian Force as well as the Leviathan Trophy or achievement. Once you draw Leviathan out of NORG, the fight becomes very simple because he loses the ability to cast water magic against us, and that's his #1 way to attack. Now all we have to do is to use physical attacks to keep hitting NORG's body. If one of those blue circles happens to turn yellow, just hit it with one physical attack to turn it back to blue, and then turn your attention once again to attacking NORG. The fight does not take very long, he doesn't have a whole lot of health, and if one of your characters has the mug command, there is a chance that you can mug a circlet off of him. A circlet is an item that teaches a Guardian Force the magic plus 20% ability. Honestly, that's not very important, so don't feel like you need to reset the game if you didn't get the circlet steal. It's totally fine to go without it. Well, after a few more attacks, then we will have defeated NORG, and he's going to die. Because this is a boss fight, we do not get any experience, but we do get 20 AP, and that could be enough for one of your Guardian Forces to learn an ability, like Quetzalcoatl learning magic plus 40%. You can then name the Guardian Force Leviathan whatever you want to. I'll stick with Leviathan. What happened to the Master? Forget about it for now. What do you mean forget about it? Look at what just happened. What's the point in talking about it now? You don't know what's going on either. This is crazy. I don't know what's going on anymore. I feel like a helpless puppet being manipulated in some major scheme. Yeah, I guess you're right. Let's go talk to the headmaster. I'm sure he knows what's going on. Yeah, I'm going to see the headmaster. Now before you leave, you can go up to the big pod where NORG was, and if you interact with it, you can actually find a bio draw point, and we'll draw it with one of our characters. Now we're going to head over toward the right side of the screen to exit, and then we're going to make our way back to the elevator and go back up to the first floor. Once we get off the elevator, we want to come toward the screen a little bit, and now we're going to go over to the infirmary. We'll go down the stairs and then over toward the left. The infirmary is the first path on our left, so let's take that, and we're going to run in by where Dr. Katawaki is. And now we'll talk to the good doctor. Do you need to see the headmaster? Yes, now. Well, the headmaster's kind of... I'm okay now, doctor. Are you sure? Yes, I believe I'm done crying. Just take it easy, okay? He's got a lot on his mind. Once she gets out of the way, we can go into this back exam room. You all see me in such an embarrassing state. What shall we talk about? We have a lot of dialogue options, and we'll just go right down the list. I want to make a report. No, it's not necessary. I can guess what must have happened. Now keep talking to him and exhaust all of the dialogue options. Now let's do option 2, the real meaning of seed. Please, tell me the real meaning of seed. Seed is Seed, the elite mercenary force of Balam Garden. Do you know something about Seed? I never know anything. Seed will defeat the sorceress. The garden will train Seed members. The many missions around the world are only training for the final battle against the sorceress. But now that the sorceress has become a major threat, our true mission has begun. We'll talk to him again, and we'll choose option 3, about Sorceress Adia. Please tell me about Sorceress Adia. I heard she's your wife. You're quite right. She had been a sorceress since childhood. I married her knowing that. We were happy. We worked together, the two of us. We were very happy. One day, Adia began talking about building the garden and training Seed. I became obsessed with that plan, but I was very concerned with Seed's goal, that one day Seed might fight Adia. She laughed and told me that would never happen. However, we'll talk to Sid again, and now we'll choose option 4, about Master NORG. Tell me about Master NORG. He is from the Shumi tribe, a black sheep of the tribe, one might say. We met while I was running around trying to find funds to build the garden. He became interested in building the garden, and we hit it off. Thanks to his funding, it was completed. However, we needed an enormous amount of funds to run the garden. So we began dispatching seeds around the world as a means of supporting the garden. NORG's idea was right on the money. An enormous amount of capital began flowing into the garden, and the garden began to change. Lost sight of our high ideals, the truth was covered up. That's probably enough. In the end, it was my fault for giving up control. and we'll talk to him one final time to choose the final option about what to do next. What do we do now? We must stop drifting around soon. I only hope that we can get things back to the way they were. Once you're done talking to Sid, leave his room and then head out over toward the right to exit back out into the hallway. Now let's head over toward the right side to go into a different area, and we'll kind of run toward the bottom of the screen like we're heading for the main gate. But while we're on the way there, we'll get stopped. Squall! Squall! Have you seen the headmaster around? He's at the infirmary. What's up? Go to the second floor deck and see for yourself. There's a ship approaching. It could be Galbadians or worse. The sorceress might be aboard, coming to attack us. I have to tell the headmaster right away. And so she'll run off, and then we're going to go up the nearby stairs and into the elevator so that we can go up to the second floor. Once you get out of the elevator, start running over toward the left side to go into the classroom hallway. And then make your way toward the back of the hallway into the same area where we found Shu a little while ago. And then we'll go out the door with the red light once again. A ship, a Galbadian ship. Is Headmaster Sid here? No, he's not here. Are you from Galbadia? We are Seeds. This is Adia's ship. We are Sorceress Adia Seed. Seed. We're coming aboard. We're unarmed. Please, we come in peace. We must speak to Headmaster Sid. Where is he? I'm right here. Headmaster, we've come for a loan. It's too dangerous here now. Yes, I'm afraid so. Alone. That girl from Windhill? Squall, you know who she is? Please go find her. She's here somewhere in the garden. Who are these guys? How are they connected? Squall? Yes, sir. We'll head over toward the right, and then we're going to be back in the hallway. Squall, alone's that girl, huh? That little girl Laguna was looking after. Probably. So, she's in the garden. Where is she? Let's split up and look for her. Well, we're going to go right to her. All we have to do is go back into the elevator, and we're going to go down to the first floor. When you get out of the elevator, run toward the bottom of the screen to go into a different area, and now we're going to go down the steps and over toward the right-hand side. The first path on our right is going to go into the library. Let's take that path, and then we want to run all the way to the far right side to go to the back area. And here we find Alone. Yes, Squall? Are you alone? Yes. You're alone. The alone? What is going on? You know Laguna, don't you? I do. I really love Uncle Laguna. Then tell me, what is it that we experience? I'm sorry, Squall. It's hard to explain. But one thing, it's about the past. So we were viewing the past. People say you can't change the past. But even still, if there's a possibility, it's worth a try, right? Change the past? Is she serious? Give me a break. Are you the one responsible? Are you the one taking us to that dream world? I'm sorry. Not again. So much I don't understand. Why me? I have enough problems as it is. Don't get me involved in this. I'm sorry. Don't. Don't count on me. Squall, did you find a loan? I'm alone. Are you all right? What Alone said under her breath was, "You're my only hope." Why do people depend on each other? In the end, you're on your own. I've made it this far by myself. Sure, I couldn't do a thing when I was a kid. I've depended on others, but I'll be the first one to admit that I'm here because of other people. I'm fine by myself now. I have all the skills I need to survive. I'm not a child anymore. That's a lie. I don't know anything. I'm confused. I don't want to depend on anyone. How can I do that? Someone tell me. Someone? So I'll end up depending on others after all. Sis? I'm all alone. But I'm doing my best. I'll be okay without you, sis. I'll be able to take care of myself. What? Well, I've been thinking, we're a team, yet we haven't really talked lately. Don't tell me there's nothing to say. Not that I have anything to say, but, well, you know. You want to go kick some monster butt at the training center? Not in the mood. Sorry. Oh, okay. You know, thought it might feel good to move around a little. Let me know if you change your mind. Do I look that depressed to everyone? Alright, well let's go ahead and use that nearby save point, and this is where we're going to end part 11. Thank you very much for watching, I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that like button and also comment down below, and feel free to subscribe to stay up to date with the rest of the series. I'll see you soon for part 12. Until then, thanks for watching and have a good day.